Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds Live.
Cue the intro. That's right. We are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, September 23rd, 2021, and you can find this 123 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find this podcast in the galaxy. You can watch me terribly fail at video games, except on Wednesday at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
You can watch me play games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can find the both of us on Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I'm at Nick Vern, that's NickVern. And this week's episode, we are live on Twitch with friend of the show, basically the third co-host. It's the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone in between. It's Kogass! Yeah! What's up, guys?
How's it
Kogass.
going?
Hey.
Things are great. How are you?
Doing well. Enjoying this fall time, I guess. Summer's over and we got to get into autumn.
Yes. I like autumn. I like fall.
Do you, excuse me, do you have the trees that change where you live?
Yes.
The
Okay.
foliage.
The foliage?
Yes. The trees change colors and the leaves fall.
What else have you been up to, Kogass?
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to talk about the whole leaves thing.
Okay.
You know why? All right. I love summer because it's hot and I like that. But you know what I like? Everybody's like, oh, fall is my favorite. Fall is my favorite season. And I'm like, fuck that. Do you know how many leaves fall in my yard? There's nothing enjoyable about fucking blowing leaves.
I hate blowing leaves.
Who are you texting right now?
Joey Feta to say watch the show.
Fuck.
All right, now I can do it a little less discreet.
Such a dad answer. So everybody, we're live. Yeah.
We're live on Twitch.
Yeah.
Live. For
Live.
real. Marcus,
Yeah.
stop looking at the chat.
I'm not.
Yes, I can see you staring at Streamlabs.
I should probably just fucking blow it up. Anyways, Kogass, what have you been up to?
So, all right. We're going to get a little deep here. It's nothing.
Oh, shit.
It's been recent and it's going to be not just, this past couple of weeks or past couple of months.
Okay.
It's been actually going up a bit longer, and it has nothing to do with video games. This is
Real talk.
IRL, and it's a tough topic to talk about. Marcus knows because he's a mod for my stream.
And you're my fucking friend.
And we talk almost every day.
He's on the list.
I'm on the list.
The voicemail list?
Yeah. We can't leave a voicemail for him. His voicemail is full now.
I know.
But,
Always.
My trying to get the words here, trying to find the words. I've always told people, you know what? Always be kind to those that you don't know, or people, whatever's going on, even if they're rude or angry. You don't know what's going on in their lives. Case in point, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer last October.
Oh, damn. A year ago.
And these past months, there have been streams where I'm like, I have to get ready for streaming like 5 minutes before stream's going on. I'm just crying my eyes out, and I'm gathering the courage to keep going, or I do something with my dad. If you guys know, if my personality is any kind of tell, I can be a little stubborn at times, a little thick-headed. Definitely comes from him, and he is 4 or 5 times as bad as me. So for him to say, hey, I need help with something, never happened growing up. It was never something that was really talked about. He would just do something, and he was such a prideful man. And watching him go through all his chemotherapy and his all this cancer stuff, just it's been rough. And I just think that it was time to get that out there. You know, I didn't want to say anything during streams because in PvP, there's ranked PvP, there can be some trolls out there who just try to say anything they can to get under your skin.
Couldn't you just say they're fucking assholes?
I could.
Well, I will.
You could
How
say
about
that
this?
on,
I will.
on our stream.
Yeah, I will. Like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So he's fortunately he's doing better, but he's still really weak. He's still hard for him to go. There was a time when he couldn't even carry a bottle of water up the stairs, and he would ask me to carry the bottle of water up for him.
Yeah.
So it was rough, but at the same time, it's just like in the house and how my family is, you don't show anybody that you're feeling emotional or that you're upset or that it affects you. So like every time I swear I would hit the 5 stages of grief within 1 hour, except for bargaining. I could care less for bargaining. I know that's not going to work, but I'd be like, okay, it's going to be all right. And then I'd get angry. Then I'd get upset. Then I'd be like, it's going to be fine again. And it was just, and I'd be okay. You know what? Whatever happens is going to happen. And then I get angry again. I seem to hit the anger one a lot.
Yeah. It's just, I think
that's kind of what's been
going
going on with me. Not really video game related, but it was something I wanted to talk about and just get a little bit off my chest because, you know, it is awesome to have such a great community of streamers and content creators in general just there for you and saying, hey, we're here, you get to talk, and just having that available.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you know, anytime real life comes into play, and it's in my world, I call it a dick kick, right? Anytime you get kicked in the dick or punched in the stomach with news like that, it's hard because like you said, you have to step up and you have to do all those extra things that your dad used to do all the time without even asking you. And now it's just like, yo, Kogass, you got to do this, 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 and this. And you're like, oh, damn. Like, right. And you take it, I don't want to say you take it for granted, but you take it for granted. And now you're, not only are you doing your own life and all this stuff, now you're stepping up and doing all the extra stuff on your plate. Plus, like you said, you're about to go live and some shit goes down. It fucks with your head.
Yeah.
So I get it. And but at the same time now, do you find that once you click the go live button, do you feel as if it makes you feel better because you're doing that for him or doing it for you, but you're also like, you're streaming so you can be with, you know what I mean? To like get your mind off of it, but you know that you're doing everything you can. I don't know if I portrayed that right.
So sometimes getting the hitting the live button really helps out. Other times it hasn't, you know, there's been times where I'm just like, you know, like, all right, I got to do this piece. I need to. Other times, and it just feels like that. It just drags the whole stream. Other times it's been like, you know, all right, I'm going to hit this live button and everything's got to be good. And, you know, it puts me in a better mood. It lets me escape, as you can put it, you know, for
I do
a few hours, you know, 4 hours is a decent time to just kind of get going, you know, and it's a good time. And there's people, and it's not, I think one of the big things in my family is we don't like it when people feel sad or bad for us, right? I'm not a person who likes pity. I don't want anybody to take pity on me. I don't want anybody to do anything because they feel bad for me. I want them to do things because that's how they are. I'm not one to deal with that very well. So I didn't really want to say anything to stream as well. And that would be a part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm happy you said it here because I know sometimes when you can put something out there that's on your mind and it can help just like be a stress relief. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it helps to have it like say it to somebody more directly than just like to the chat, to like the stream, you know?
Yeah. And then, so let me ask you this. Are you going for as many ranked tokens this season as you did last season?
I'm actually probably going to be right at it or a little bit more.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm on track for 1.7 million tokens.
Holy crap. 1.7 million tokens.
Yes.
Wow.
That's epic.
Yeah, that is amazing. For me, I'm always the guy that's like, I don't understand the grind. Well, I should say
You understand a different grind.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, that is so correct. But anyway, Nick, what have you been up to?
So first things first, this week's stream, instead of my typical Horizon Zero Dawn, they extended the Call of Duty Vanguard beta through Wednesday, so through yesterday. So on Monday, I got to play it.
Me too.
I played a couple of I turned it into a power hour. So me and 5 of the gentlemen I play paintball with from CWE Power were playing, and we were all in the Discord chat, and we were all on stream, and it was great because I didn't have to say anything. Those guys are a comedy show in and of themselves.
It is the truth.
And Marcus joined as well. I enjoyed the game. If you don't know, it's set back in World War II again, and it's very fun. I feel like it's a lot more simple because it's in World War II, but my biggest gripe is how it interacted with my Streamlabs. So when I ran it outside of stream, it was great. I was getting like over 200 frames a second. Ping was like around 45 to 50 or so. Great. All the above. And then I turned stream on, and my ping went up to like 250 to 350, almost 400 sometimes, which was just horrific. And like, I've never had that happen with any other game before, even online games, and my ping's always fine. So I know my internet connection was fine before and after, and even when I stopped the stream, like immediately after, my ping I played another game and my ping was fine, back to 50. So that was rough, because then I was like dying a lot too.
Right.
Storm and Norman, my dad, was in the chat and was just making fun of me relentlessly. Like, I think Nick is shooting blanks because it's a beta.
Well, it could be, yeah. So it could be that, did you start the game in admin? It was everything updated. Sometimes when games update, you have to shut out Streamlabs and like shut out everything. Believe it or not, that's why like whenever I stream, I like to start the game prior to streaming.
Yeah.
Because I've had it where I have to shut Streamlabs down or I have to restart my computer. And I'd like to know that on the front end before I click the go live button, because you don't want to lose your stream. Because I know somebody that had a epic stream going, and then all of a sudden his Streamlabs crashed.
Was that me, or was it Kogass?
Kogass.
Oh,
I'm looking at you.
That's what are you talking about? Yesterday?
Yeah.
No, man, my entire internet went out.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just your Streamlabs.
Hey.
No, I noticed I was red. I had the red X on SWTOR, so I tried to leave queue. Oop. Sorry
That's
about
rough.
that.
Oh.
I had to restart. I went ahead and restarted the computer. I restarted the router and the modem, and then everything came back up. And there was a guitar song that was being played as we were trying to make sure people would get trickled back in. I don't know if it helped people get back in or if it was just embarrassing. I'll go with embarrassing.
Dude, anytime something goes wrong, it stinks.
That's the worst.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, for me. But anyway, so how did what I was excited for, Nick, was I got to play with you.
Yeah.
And I will say, Call of Duty has not changed since Modern Warfare 2.
No, it's the same, especially that game, because there's really nothing like crazy different. It's just run around and shoot people, the same stuff. But this one, it's World War II guns. That's fun to use, like the old guns, but the perks are the same. You still got grenades. You still got perks that make you reload faster, run faster, take less grenade damage.
I think it
like
didn't
that.
look as good as Black Ops or Modern Warfare. It
Agreed.
almost looked worse.
Of the 3, I think this is the worst graphical one of Modern Warfare, Black Ops, Cold War, and this one. I think this one looks the worst. Everything, I mean, I know it's a beta, so they're probably going to tweak the color palette a little bit, but like it was really washed out and there's a lot of brown, and it was really, really, really difficult to see people.
Yeah.
I feel like Cold War started like that and then changed. It was easier later, but yeah, it was tough to see people for sure. But also, in non-gaming news, different types of gaming. The last paintball tournament of the season is this weekend, which is pretty epic.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's OPS Outback Paintball Series event number 5. So I'll actually get to play this time because now my spleen is normal sized after my tough with mono. So
the last event is always exciting.
Yeah,
I always find it to be exciting.
Yeah, it's like the World Cup of your local series.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, okay, we're putting it all on the table.
Right. Exactly.
So cool. You can, you're either going home big or you're going home a nobody.
Right. I'm excited particularly because Kaki's Marauder song.
Wait, there's a Marauder song?
Oh, we'll have to revisit that. But Kogass.
Wait, no. Where's the guitar right now? Play it. I want to hear it.
Oh, dude, it was 100% improv. I have no idea what I did. It was 100% improv. You cannot get me to do that. I have no idea what I did. You're gonna have to listen to that on your own.
No, can we get your? We've never had a guitar on the podcast. Can you jam?
That's an excellent question. I really like that question.
Can you jam?
What is this guy, Musco?
I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question.
That's a really great question, man. We'll probably have to get back to you at some other time for it.
Yeah, we don't have any plans, but it is not out of the question. Keep asking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
a Musco response.
Yes.
So last paintball tournament of the season, it's exciting. I actually get to play. I'm gonna be player coaching, so I'm really not gonna end up playing all that much.
What?
I'm not gonna start myself every point. We've got 11 people on the roster, so, and also you can't coach if you're on the field. So it's partial because I've had to take 2 months of playing off, so I don't think I'm gonna be super duper sharp anyways.
I see.
I've been practicing the last month, but you know how that goes. It takes a while to get back in 100% form. So on top of that, we need a coach anyway. So I think it'll end up working out pretty well. But I'm a little not burnt out, but I'm ready for a break from paintball because it's been almost every weekend for 2 months now. You know what I mean?
Oh, listen, I can't wait to play.
I know.
I've got a gun. I'm gonna get a hopper and a tank. And I am totally coming back. I talked to Matt. He's in. We're just going to show up the day of the event, and we're going to play. It's going to be once every month or once every other month, and that's it. That's all I need.
Perfect. I completely support that.
Completely.
So, also, I know you guys haven't seen it, but
I'm looking at it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll skip to that bullet point. So I don't know if you know, but it's mustache season. Okay. Movember's right around the corner. And if you want to rock the epic mustache for Movember, you have to start now. So start growing out the mustache now. And then by the time November rolls around, boom, you're ready to go. Also, I'm going to be a lion tamer for Halloween. So I'll have a safari hat and the safari shirt, tan shorts, boots. I got a whip and I got circular glasses, and by the time October rolls, the end of October comes around, I'll be able to twirl up the ends of my mustache. I can almost do it now.
Who's the tiger?
Marissa.
All right.
Who's Marissa?
My girlfriend. But yeah, so my girlfriend's gonna be a cat, and I'll be the lion tamer. I think she's wearing cheetah print type, a bodysuit thing.
A leopard suit?
Yeah, it's gonna be
leopard
pretty
unitard.
Aggressive. And then pretty much. And then
Oof.
And then cat ears and high heels. It's gonna be ridiculous. Exactly. So anyways, speaking of things getting spicy, What If is getting spicy. Episode 7 is shaking it up a lot. I know you haven't seen it, Kogass, so I won't spoil anything. But I
can spoil away, man.
I'll just spoil light spoilers. But so basically each episode coming up to this, I have a pen in my hand. Each episode
it's your pointer.
It's my pointer. You observe my Sith holocron over my left shoulder here. each episode before this has been like about one story where something changed. Like episode 1 is what if what's her name? What if Agent Carter got in the machine to make her into a super soldier instead of Steve? So she's Captain Carter instead of Captain America, and things like that. So like T'Challa becomes
it's just more multiverse
Star-Lord
stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. So until this episode, and now I think there's a giant screw up at the end of episode 7, and I think they're gonna have to like pick those multiverse people that you've seen before and smush them together, and now they're gonna have to fight this big threat that just came up, which is pretty cool. It's like a mini like alternate
So it's
Avengers.
a what if Avengers like assemble,
right? Which is cool. It's really turning out to be really
multiverse
interesting.
of madness.
Right. I'm looking forward to that movie too. But
I'm looking forward to it as well. They're gonna do something big for the what if finale because that's what they do, right?
yeah.
It always culminates to the one thing. For me, I'm just hoping that we get what's the thing? I hope it
monster?
I hope the end of it like ties to something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
Like it
now we're
leads
going
into,
into the
a
multiverse.
movie or a show
Yes.
or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, me too. I honestly think Doctor Strange is in one of the episodes, and I think this version of Doctor Strange that we see in the episode of What If is the one we're gonna get in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. Well, I don't know if I said this on the show already, but because in Endgame, that version of Doctor Strange lost his, I forgot, it's the amulet of Agamotto or something like that has the time stone in it. That gets destroyed by Thanos, and they don't fix that. Like Steve goes back in time and puts all the stones back. So that's gone. But now this Doctor Strange in Spider-Man No Way Home has that back. So I don't know how that works where he would have that unless he's a different version of Doctor Strange.
Well, I think it's definitely a different version of Doctor Strange because they've confirmed that the other Peter Parkers are in the movie.
Not yet.
I thought they haven't confirmed that yet. They've
They
done
have not
everything
confirmed
but
that yet.
that.
They've confirmed everything but that. They've confirmed other villains are in the movie, but they've not confirmed.
Hello, Peter.
Yeah. They have not confirmed whether or not the other Peter Parkers are in it. But
so, speaking of Marvel, one show that I've been really enjoying it's called Spidey and His Friend. It is His Amazing Friends.
Okay.
Is
that an animated show?
Yeah, it's animated.
I saw that on Disney Plus.
Yeah, so me and my son and daughter watch it.
Yeah.
And so it's basically Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Gwen all teamed up, and like Hulk is there and Black Panther, but the interesting thing is Doc Ock's a little girl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So this is Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, but it's a cartoon TV show for kids. It's actually really cute.
Gotcha.
And Rhino's in it, and
are they bad guys still?
Yeah, they're bad guys, but like mild bad guys. So
yeah, they're
like Rhino robbed a bank and he painted him. Rhino painted his skin green and robbed a bank, and then they blamed the Hulk. But it's like little kid fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so good, and I truly believe that as much as I don't want Disney to own everything, like Disney has really done well with Marvel.
Yeah, I agree. I'm enjoying this whole ride for sure.
But can we just mention about a little spiciness? That director, who's the director that said he's not going to do another Marvel movie?
I don't know. That's news to me.
Oh shit! Like they're in ever since the Black Widow thing, he's like, I'm not making another movie. I can't think of his name.
Did he do Black Widow?
No, he did the
James
Avengers.
Gunn?
The Russo brothers?
James Gunn then. I don't know.
Is it the Russo brothers?
That can't be. You're asking me. You're the one with the news story here. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking to.
I have no idea, dude.
While you're looking it up, I can just say I don't know if anyone's ever had Colombian food. It's a lot different than other Spanish versions of food. And there's a new Colombian restaurant near me, and I got it for takeout tonight, and it was absolutely epic. I love me some Colombian empanadas and tostones, and And what else did I get? Arepa.
What'd you get with that?
I've had that before. I did not order it this time, Kogass.
All right.
Kogass is doing his patent pending type in the chat and distract the crap out of me while I'm trying to read.
Not even typing in chat. Not typing
No, it's in the
chat,
show
type-
notes. In the show notes.
In
Sorry.
the show notes.
What happens in the show notes stays in the show notes.
Absolutely, 100%.
I can't find it. Stay tuned. I'll talk about
course,
it again
'cause-
next week.
It's probably fake news like your Phase 5 announcement that you sent to me
Yeah,
Dude, I just
what's
saw
going
it.
on
That's
with
it.
Marcus?
from 2017.
No, dude. Like I saw it. It popped up in my feed, and I just looked at it.
I know.
That's it.
What was I going to say? So, Marcus, how's it going and what have you been up to? Did you play any SWTOR?
Dude, it's official. I am a Nightmare Raider.
Let's go, baby. Marcus.
Oh my god. I lost my shit. So we've been progging.
Okay.
All right. So my backstory is I've been working on a nightmare rating off and on for a year and a half. Never got the clear, and then it happened.
Finally.
Finally, right.
It happened. Tell us how it happened. How did this happen?
Well, let me tell you. So one of our teammates, he was out for today. I mean, for the 2 days this week. His work, real life got him. So
Okay.
immediately it started off with we lost one of our DPSs. Work, so he had to quit. So we're down a DPS. I found a fill. Then we're down a healer. And everybody knows it's always hard to find a healer.
Yeah.
So we had a couple subs come in and help us. And the first night of Prague, we got him Kefis to 9%. Like it was so close. Like it was pretty early in the night, and then we didn't get back there
Yeah.
that night. And then right at the end of the night, it got close again, but not to 9%. And
Right.
then last night, excuse me, we did it. And like all of my emotions, like I was excited, I was silent, like we did it, and I was so blown away. I just sat there and like stared at the screen for like 10 minutes. It seemed like. Then I started screaming at the top of my lungs. And
As it settled in finally.
yeah, dude, it you know when you accomplish something that you've worked so hard to do?
Yeah. It's
It-
the best
Absolutely.
feeling ever.
I melted to the ground. And for me, that was, one of the highlight moments. But here's the other side of that. Ready for this? Is it worth it? I don't know.
To grind for that long to finally beat
my
it.
God. Like, well, okay. So here's what spiciness incoming.
Okay.
So here's what worries me. All right. So we have the 10th anniversary expansion coming.
Mhm.
They're doing a major ability purge to all classes except the operative, because they play the operative. So why are they going to take away abilities that actually
that they use.
make that class bad? So here we go. So in Kefis, that fight, you need to have a defensive cooldown running every single time. Every single time that boss, you as a tank has that boss. But they're going to be purging some of your abilities or making you choose between them.
Right.
And I'm not confident that they're going to be able to scale these things correctly for this ability purge.
Yeah.
So are they boosting the healing numbers? We don't know. Are they boosting the DPS? No, because they're taking away abilities.
Right.
So, there's no question that the juggernauts are hit the worst. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is coming together as a team and accomplishing something super difficult is the value. Like, that's why you do it. For that moment of last night of progging the same boss for 3 months, for last night. Like that moment is what it's all worth it. But what I mean is I can't say that I want to do that over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the game is scaled in a way for losing. And this is where Cabinet Maker doesn't understand game design, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was points. Okay, so in one pull, Kefis came down off of the walker, hit me once, and then stabbed me for 283,000 hit points. There's nothing I can do, right?
That's yeah.
The next 3 pulls, he came down, slapped me across the face, and ran away. And like he did no damage. So there's an RNG in there that I believe that they have made to make these fights random so people can't just win. You know what I mean?
Well, see, I wasn't there in the fight, but there's a mechanic in which if Kefis jumps down and you're the closest person to him, he throws that debuff on you. And if you get hit with that debuff, it's an instant death.
So that's the first red circle. I'm talking about when he jumps off the walker for the first time and just lands on the ground. There's no debuff there.
Right. Okay.
So that's what I was saying. There was like so many different scenarios of it, and it was wild to me. Because for me, I was just like, whoa. You know what I mean? And what I'm saying is it was such an accomplishment. But coming into the new expansion, I don't know what these things are going to look like. Now, my tinfoil hat, well, not tinfoil hat, my opinion on it would be when you release the expansion, take out all of the nightmare operations right out of the gate. Unavailable. Rescale them one by one and release one a month for the year to be able to.
People are going to hate that, man.
You're expecting you want BioWare to release one raid of one of the nightmare raids a month? Oh man, you remember when they tried to do that for Gods? They were like
that was the greatest time ever.
By the time Isaacs came out,
yeah, but it was awesome. Well, all I'm saying is I don't think they're going to be able to scale these ops with the ability purge, or they're going to dumb it down and make it so easy that you're going to be in those first like 3 weeks, you're just going to be able to walk in there and win, or maybe that's their goal.
Yeah. That's a good point. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
I would love to be able to pick the devs' minds and just ask all these questions about what's going on with 7.0 because we're like 2 months away, supposedly, almost?
Yeah.
From 7.0 launch? To give it 3 months, right? Because it's October.
Even 3 months,
give them
sure.
all of December because they're not going to release it December 1st. We know when they say winter or
holiday
December 2021, we know they mean December 31st.
Well, I think it's going to be really close to when the game releases. I think it's going to be like December. What day did it come out? December 11th?
I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be around that time, but the big one for me is we don't know a lot. And, all the classes are on the PTS, all of them except the Merc and the PT, but everything isn't in there. There's no set bonus. There's no tacticals. There's no level 80 content.
Yeah.
You can make yourself level 80 and they're giving you the level 80 gear, but that's about it. So for me, I feel like we're not getting the correct content to be able to test what it is.
I agree. That makes sense.
I don't know.
It was the 20th of December.
Kogass, what do you got to say?
Got too much to say, man. It's
you should say it all.
It's so frustrating. Well, the whole thing is that we're saying that we don't have the proper tools to test out what they have, and then the tools that they do give us, it's like, well, how does this feel? Does this feel right? I'm like, the double standards that are happening right now on the PTS is what really frustrates me. If you guys are saying, hey, we're going to do a hard reset on all these classes, it's going to be something completely different on 7.0. Cool, great. That's what we saw with the Juggernaut. We saw them lose all these abilities. It's like, all right, well, if it's going to be this bad for the Juggernaut, I'd hate to see what it's going to be for these other classes. And then in come the double standards. In come the operatives who have much bigger ability pool than the Juggernauts. Here come the operatives with their abilities that still make them strong. I would have settled with the operatives getting one roll versus the Jug, like losing their mad dash and reflect. Operative losing one roll is not terrible. The thing about roll is that it is such a ridiculously strong move in PvP, and the fact that they can roll away, you don't do any damage to them, and it resets every 8 seconds. You got to be kidding me. And they get 2 of them, so they can do a roll, wait 3 or 4 seconds, do another roll. There's that second and a half of immunity, and because of desync, they can time it just right that they're able to go up and down the ramps. You don't see them. It's frustrating to see operative who wants to take advantage of it fully will. Others don't. Either unknowingly or knowingly they don't do it. But it's frustrating because at the same time, they still have their self-healing probes. I don't think they have those anymore in the expansion. But it's just frustrating because, hey, guys, we're going to do a full reset. It's going to be something different, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. All the classes are going to be played a different style. Look at the Juggernaut. Look at how we're changing that. And then I'm just like, that sucks. And then it's like, oh, but the operatives, well, we're going to leave those the way they are. They need to stay the way they need to stay that way. What about the Sorks? Oh, well, the Sorks, yeah, could kind of, we're going to kind of keep that gameplay the same too.
Well, actually, so that's not true. So there's a Sork main healer that I play with. They said that they've taken away their entire mobility. So now they can't move.
So they have to stand and heal?
Yes.
And then, what was it? I lost it. What was I?
Well, I do agree. But here's the thing is I'm looking at it as, is the new set bonus going to bring another level of better play? But then again, if right out of the gate, one class looks better than the rest, then where does that leave everybody else?
Exactly.
And my big concern about the combat style thing is if we're going into an operation and I'm playing a Merc and they're like, oh, you got to switch to PT, switch your combat style to PT. The PT is the best for this. Is that going to become the new meta? Like,
absolutely.
People are going to, and what if you don't know how to play the PT?
Tell them you don't know how to play the PT and you're not doing it.
Right. But it's going to become, you have to know every class in order to pug a group.
Well, I mean, a lot of nightmare raiding community says you need to know 2 specs before we even take you into a nightmare run or we put you on trial. That's something that's not really uncommon, at least on Satil Shan. I don't know how they do it over there on the Starforge, but sorry,
you're not on the Starforge.
Anyway, well, I do agree with you. I'm concerned, but here's my big one, and you mentioned it, is we're at the end of September, and we still don't know everything. Or even more than that, there's been no announcement, and it'll probably come tomorrow, of a live stream to talk about this. Because correct me if I did, when was the last live stream they did? July?
Sometime.
August? No, it was July? June or July?
Or maybe
I don't even remember.
Maybe it was May. And they're like, oh, coming soon, another thing. I just don't think it's ready. I don't think it's ready. And I'm going to give an example about being quiet. Battlefield 2042 devs from DICE have said nothing. It's been silent. No marketing, no push, no nothing. And then all of a sudden they delay the game for an extra month. You know what I mean? And for me, I feel as if in the background, the shit's broken and they don't know how to do it. So how do they do it? Do they release the expansion? You get to level 80. They give some of the set bonuses. There's no combat styles at launch. And we go on from there. I don't know. I feel like why couldn't they just release an expansion with the story, some new classes, give us a couple new war zones or whatever the what do you call it? Battle arenas, give us another operation, couple flashpoints, and everybody's happy.
I think you're asking for a lot from them on that. The dev team isn't big in SWTOR. It's not WoW level, and it's definitely and it's never has been. I mean, if you guys were playing back in 5.0 days, the time frame between 5.0 or 5.6 to even 6.0 was so long. I think that 5.0 was what, 3 years almost?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're hitting 2 years. Personally, I would say, you know what? Let's delay the expansion. I know you guys want to do this whole big thing for 10-year anniversary, but if it's not ready, it's not ready. Don't do something like that. But it's the video game industry. They don't care. They're going to do it. And then it's going to be a huge debacle. And then they'll patch it months later and then say, look, we fixed it. And it's just like, you should have just delayed it those months and not have to backtrack.
Right. Yep.
I'm with you.
But money talks, and that's what the stockholders want. So I don't think BioWare has that opportunity to do that. EA won't let them, or they just don't want to do it themselves. I'm a project manager. I don't know if you guys know this. I have a degree in project management.
Puppy.
Yeah, puppy's going crazy. Give me 1 second.
Puppy's so cute. What kind of pup?
So I have a degree in project management, and this is pretty much leadership role of anything that's going on. And I did a lot of studying on aircraft projects, right? Airframe projects, what needs to be done to an aircraft. And that was really what I talked to my mentors about. They would talk about how a project would come, they would need a request for proposition, from the government, and they would want to do something to build an aircraft for the government, to modify a system, to do all this other stuff. And the most important part of that is the planning. And if you try to rush your planning phase to try to get started on the project, you are in big trouble. And if you start your project, if you try to start your project early, and if you're not ready to start it early, and you're like, all right, we're going to do this and we're going to do it running, and then we're going to get going and we got to keep going, you don't leave enough room for just time delays, your project's going to run behind, and then you're going to take corners, you're going to cut more corners, and then you're going to have to start paying people overtime because of they need to work to make up to make up ground, so you're not behind on this aspect. And there's it's a process, right? And the perfect example that was given to me was a pregnancy, right? Pregnancy is something that's going to take 9 months for a healthy baby. Obviously, we all want a healthy
10.
baby. You can't rush the process. You can't have 3 women pregnant for 3 months and then say, all right, you're good. That adds up.
No.
Right? That you're not going to be able to produce a baby out of that. It's a process that steps have to be followed. And I feel like whatever is going on, processes have been broken, and people, just are pushing things too fast. And it's just like, it's not ready. It's not ready. Just get over it. Tell them to get over it.
I'm a believer that if something isn't ready, delay. And it's okay, because the product will be better later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would much rather a good launch than a bad one. You know what I mean?
Always.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a shit ton of Destiny 2. Like, I actually streamed it a couple times. I'm loving it. And I'm a graphical whore. And that game is beautiful as fuck. And, like, I get melted when I watch it, because, like, it's gorgeous. And I'll tell you what, this week, we beat the raid. So, Ven, Kat, myself, Atrax, Monica, and John, that's our 6-man squad, or fire team, whatever they call it. And
team.
Fire, yeah. And it was awesome. And one of the bosses in the raid is named Atrax. So Atrax beat Atrax, and it was pretty awesome. It's kind of funny watching you guys do the James Bond guns, and then you have Mustache Man. But anyway,
and the blood trickles down the screen.
Yeah. All I think of that every time you do that, I just think of GoldenEye.
Nick, if you didn't stand up all the way back, I would have thought you weren't wearing pants. Because they're very close to your skin tone color.
Yeah, in this lighting especially.
Yep. Oh no, we see those glorious legs. Check out those calves.
Yeah. There's
Anyway,
these
so
very attractive pasty thunder thighs.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to the next steps of Destiny because my light level is going up. There's plenty of content. I'm doing the seasonal stuff. And what's different about this game for me than any other game that I've ever played is like the exploration is wild. And the shit you can do, it takes you like down these holes and like all of a sudden you end up in this like lost sector and you're doing stuff and you're like, how the hell did I even get here? You know what I mean? I don't know. For me, it's just the different levels of layers of the game. And it just goes to show what a newer engine can do. You know what I mean? For
compared
me.
Compared to an engine from 2011, you know?
Anyways, in positive SWTOR news, the best view in SWTOR contest. Nick, this is pretty cool. You want to read this?
I sure do. Let me put it so it looks like I'm looking at the camera a little bit. The best view in SWTOR contest. Our 10-year anniversary is only a few months away. For such a momentous occasion, we wanted to do something special to celebrate with our players. Every year, around the launch anniversary of Star Wars: The Old Republic, we have an in-game anniversary event to celebrate. To commemorate the occasion, we add new rewards to a vendor that only appears during the event. As this upcoming anniversary is our 10-year celebration, we want to do something memorable. This year, the players can help choose some of the rewards we add to the celebration. Oh, that's cool. Starting today, players can submit screenshots taken anywhere on 10 select SWTOR planets. Take a screenshot of a scenic vista, a vibrant forest, a peaceful stream, and we'll choose the screenshot that we feel captures the essence of the planet. One winner will be chosen per planet for a total of 10 winning submissions.
Now that's sweet.
Yeah, the winning submissions will be turned into stronghold decorations and distributed by the 10-year anniversary event vendor in-game. The 10 eligible planets for this contest are... I'm going to change the highlight so that I can actually see it, because it's gray currently. Hutta, Korriban, Ord Mantell, Tython, Tatooine, Makev, Yavin 4, Zakul, and the 10th planet that cannot be named, formerly known as Ossus. Yes.
All right, so everybody knows because we're live. We have to restrict Kogass's editing capabilities in our notes.
Exactly.
Every time he comes on the show because he types in the most ridiculous shit and he erased Ossus and put boobies.
Right. Thank God I saw him do it. I was this close to reading boobies.
Yes, because Nick Burgundy reads it all.
I needed to pick one that wasn't at the very bottom.
Oh my, yeah. If you put that in the middle, I 1000% would have read it, or at least half read it.
And then the other one is Mech Shaw.
Oh, Mech Shaw.
So since this is an event celebrating 10 years in SWTOR, the team wanted to include the planets that represent every era of the game's history.
Oh, there's more. Sorry.
Yeah. So how do you enter?
How to enter. If you're interested in participating in this contest, you can enter by submitting your screenshots to contests, that's CONTESTS at SWTOR, SWTOR.com. You're more than welcome to submit a screenshot for multiple planets, but please limit all submissions to only one planet per email, and please only submit one image per planet. All image submissions must follow certain guidelines.
Ooh.
Want to hear the guidelines?
Yo, Chimeri. What up, dude?
Chimeri, welcome.
Yes, Nick, I really want to go through all of this because This to me is
This is
an
cool.
awesome contest. Like anybody can do this. Free to play, subscriber, anybody can take a screenshot and send it.
Right. So
The full send.
the full send. Speaking of full send, I'm drinking a Happy Dad hard seltzer brought to you by Full Send.
Glitch.
It was glary. So anyways, the image submission guidelines are as follows. No player characters in the screenshots, but NPCs are allowed. The in-game user interface must be turned off. So the default command for this is Alt-Z, and this includes having nameplates turned off. Screenshots of cinematics do not qualify. So no additional editing done to the screenshots. For example, no filters added or editing done by external tools like Photoshop or something. Camera settings must be within intended in-game parameters. This means not using external tools or editing game files to exceed the in-game settings. Graphic settings must be at very high or ultra. The image size must be at least 1080p. Yeah. And the team will crop those chosen screenshots into a 4:3 format so that they can make the wall mounts or whatever. What are you pointing at?
Chimera's Cup.
Oh, that's epic. And the image format must be in JPEG. In addition to those image requirements, we ask that your email include the following information. Subject line that clearly states the name of the contest and the specific planet where your screenshot submission was taken. For example, the best view in SWTOR contest - Tatooine submission. Your account name, the name of an existing character on the listed account, and server that the character resides in. And then there's just different rules and regulations. Don't be a douche, basically. Blah, blah, blah. You can find the rest of the details at SWTOR.com, right?
Players have from now until midnight on October 5th.
Okay. Yeah. So midnight now to October 5th. That's sweet. So start taking your screenshots.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, man. Like, I think that's a cool way to add just another layer of, like, who doesn't want, like, their character or something they created in the game?
Yeah,
right?
As a stronghold decoration.
Right.
It's like a painting anywhere.
Exactly.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Hell yeah. Last week. Oh, wait, hold on. In AIE news, last week was Total Galactic War.
Terrible war.
It was a terrible war. Nick Bond.
War.
Okay. So anyway, we conquered
Wait,
Maquette.
We did it? We conquered McKeb?
You ruined it, Nick.
Why?
I was so excited to say it, and you just shit all over me.
Why? You cut him off, Nick.
Yeah, you cut me off.
As if Marcus doesn't cut me off every time I say something.
I cut something.
The only time he doesn't cut me.
I'm crying.
No.
Cuts
the cheese every time.
It's my turn.
All right, well, say it. What happened? Did you do okay?
We conquered McCab.
You conquered McCab.
We conquered McCab.
Hey, so congrats to the entire guild because everyone worked super hard except for Marcus. He didn't work hard at all.
So I hit my conquest, and then, like, all right, so all joking aside, Max was like, I had like 2 million points a day or some ridiculous number. And I'm like, I put up 258,000 for the week.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so much conquest.
Well, all I did was host a Opsathon where we did like 3 operations and just to get the guild as many points as we possibly could. But dude, like, it was a grind. Like, the team we were going against, they just kept piling on points and piling on points and piling on points. It just kept going and going. And we were like, we just kept crawling back and crawling
back. And finally we won. Finally it happened.
It's kind of weird being on camera doing this. It's definitely a less quality driven show.
Yeah,
it's a terrible show anyway.
It completely throws me off because now it's like I'm on FaceTime, basically.
Yes, and like, do I look good here?
This is my good angle.
This is not my good angle.
Yeah, exactly.
Were we recording when I licked the microphone or no?
Yes, we were.
Yes, we were. Yeah, someone clipped it for sure.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's
anyways,
what do you mean? So anyways, Tuesdays are the place to be just kidding. Tuesdays are mandatory fun night in AIE, where the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. And that runs from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we switch from the sunshine, rainbows, unicorns, and friendship Republic side to the actually cool Star Wars Imperial side.
And we are on the Starforge, which is the best server in the game. So if
That is
you're
true.
interested in joining our guild, make sure you join and come to the Starforge.
So also, outside of mandatory fun night, the first Friday of every single month is Master Mode Flashpoints. So that's the hardest version of Flashpoints. That's the most difficult. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm listening. I'm sorry. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, we can't have the chat.
No, we can't have the we can't.
We definitely can't.
No. This is
On the
You
fourth
guys just get distracted easily. I don't know what to tell you.
well, obviously we're related. We both have the same distraction issue. And
I'll
also,
just-
you don't help.
What do you mean I don't help? I'm just vibing right now, and you guys are like, we can't do chat. I'm like, I haven't done anything in like
He
the
doesn't
past
even look
5
at
minutes.
it. Yeah, it's
I
because
know.
Kogass is he's like a rock. He's from the military, so he's been taught to like whatever. People could be screaming at him, he just sits there stone cold.
Yeah, whatever.
face.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the first Friday of every month, we do Master Mode Flashpoints, and this coming Saturday.
That is tomorrow by the time you hear this, unless you're watching it live.
No, it's not. Today's Thursday, bro. It's Saturday.
yeah, but if
The
they
first
listen
Friday.
if they listen to this tomorrow,
It's still not the first Friday.
it's the fourth Friday. It's the fourth Saturday. Anyways,
Saturday.
it's the fourth
Oh,
Saturday of
God.
every month, okay? Do you understand what that sounds like? It's 4 Saturdays. It's Saturday. Saturday,
Is
Saturday,
it
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday, and it's Mega, the monthly Epic Guild activity. And this week we're doing world bosses and datacrons. It's a combo.
Combo night. So and I'm
Wait,
going
did you know? It's actually a bargain to go to this Mega, because we'll sell you the whole seat, but you only need the edge. Oh my god. Anyways,
Oh my god.
are you ready for jumping? Because it sounds like you're going to be doing a lot of platforming.
Yeah, so the whole thought for me is like we go hunt world bosses together and we go get the datacrons and make it like an event to actually like get to a datacron because I'm terrible at platforming. So I think it'll be a nice adventure.
Agreed. And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org, jump in the Discord and ask for a guild invite. You can find the link in the top right-hand portion of the website. And whether or not you play Star Wars The Old Republic or any of the other games we play, we would love to have you. So without further ado,
Oh, I
Marcus, I
know.
know you have to pee.
Dude, I have to piss so bad. Like, it's so crazy. And I wasn't going to tell you because I was hoping you were just going to be like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. But, dude,
Yeah.
I've been doing the BB dance for like 10 minutes.
Perfect. So we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So today we're talking about Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Kogass. And we're going to talk about Kogass's epic stream. And we're going to talk about all of the great things and awesome things that we like to talk about. All the games we play. Marcus, I don't look like that. My eyes are open. Thank you very much. So for starters, have any of you seen Black Widow?
Yes.
Marcus?
Meh.
Negatory.
Marcus
Meh
hates the
at
movie
best.
theater. Agreed. That was meh. That was like a shoehorned movie, obviously. But did you?
The problem with it is that was supposed to come out like when Avengers 1 came out.
Exactly.
If that movie was released at Avengers 1, it would have been good.
Yeah.
But it was almost like too little too late.
Yeah. Agreed. For sure. I know. Have you seen Shang-Chi? I know Marcus has not.
I actually have like zero to little desire to see it. I don't know why.
It's actually a really good movie. I saw it 2 days ago with Storm and Norman, my dad. It was cool. I definitely recommend seeing it in a theater because it's epic.
All right.
Like the scale is really epic. Like it's having the big screen there is well worth it. Because there's obviously some mystical things that happen. I don't want to spoil, but that was really cool. And I'm super looking forward to Spider-Man No Way Home. simply
Yes.
because of all the Doctor Strange stuff that's in it. I didn't realize
Dude,
he's such a big
I
role.
just don't even care about so I'm kind of like I'm counterculture at some points. Like I have I don't
throwing
know.
my pen
Sometimes
in disgust.
The more hype that like Spider-Man gets, the less I want to watch anything Spider-Man related. Same thing with Batman. When Batman was like all got big and be like, Batman can beat Superman. It's like, no, he can't. Batman isn't that good. Like, come on, let's get over it. It's just so the more hype. Spider-Man was never like a big one for me. I know. But it was just
what? I love
The fuck
Spider-Man.
is wrong with you?
Spider-Man is my
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's probably my third favorite Marvel character. I would go Doctor Strange number 1, Thor number 2, Spider-Man number 3. But why are you rolling your eyes at Thor? I have a Thor poster. Actually, I think I'm going to put it right here. Boop, on that wall.
Yeah. Natalie
like that-
Portman is Thor.
That I would be game for.
I am totally. What's happening?
Oh yeah, she Thor.
Love and
Lady
Thunder.
Thor?
She's on the cast.
That's true. That is true. Venom's pretty epic. But no, I'm excited for Spider-Man. Because I like Spider-Man in general, but I would be like medium excited for that. I'm super duper duper extra excited about it because I will say I was medium excited because of the Spider-Man movie. Large excited because Doctor Strange is in it. Generally speaking, then I was extra large. That's 3 X's. That's almost 4, like in Mega.
Extra excited.
Yeah, because they go through, and in the trailer you can tell that they like manipulate time and screw things up, and get into like some multiverse shenanigans, and that is really exciting to me. So I get what you're saying. Like, if it was just a Spider-Man movie, I could totally agree with you more. But this particular Spider-Man movie is going to be super dope, and that's why I'm all.
Can we
It
just?
might have been Spider-Man 3 from the Sam Raimi trilogy that like turned me off of Spider-Man. That one was terrible. And
Agreed.
then one of my like when I think back when I was in the Air Force, somebody told me, "Oh man, it's a great movie. You should watch it." And I'm like, "I'll give it a watch. I'll try it again. Maybe I was wrong." Watched it for like 10 minutes. Like, what am I doing with my life? I shouldn't be wasting my time watching Spider-Man.
I love
that one.
The new Spider-Man movies are dope. Okay,
Agreed.
But what I'm looking forward to in the next Spider-Man movie is that they know Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Like, plot fucking twist, never been done. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, the whole world knows.
That's the whole thing. Is that it's gonna be? Didn't you guys see the trailer?
Yeah, they're gonna reverse
so it's
it.
like everybody knows I'm Spider-Man,
but they're gonna fuck it all
save
up.
me and put me in a different timeline where they don't know I'm Spider-Man. And then he's like, "Wait, I don't want to do this, this, and this." And Doctor Strange is like, "You're screwing everything up, kid." And then whoosh, we have 3 Spider-Men. We got Doc Ock. And that actor's awesome.
We got the lizard guy. We got the Green Goblin played by William Dafoe. Which is dope. I love that. William Dafoe crushes it in everything. Can we have a sidebar? Have you guys seen The Lighthouse? Marcus, you definitely have not. Kogass?
I've not.
That's a movie for movie snobs. Don't watch. It's really weird and in black and white, and it's with Robert Pattinson too. And it's a wicked good movie, but it's bizarre.
You know what was a really wicked movie for moviegoers that hit right when the pandemic started, so I didn't get to see it for a while?
What?
Tenet.
Yeah, it was. Was it good? I never watched it.
Dude, that thing makes... If you think you have to watch Inception like 2 or 3 times to understand what's going on in Inception, you're gonna like have to watch this movie like 5 or 6 times. Wow. I got through it twice. It's just like I don't know what's going on. It's going backwards and forwards, and then as like you're watching it, you think you understand it, and then wait a minute, you don't get it, and then you're watching it, you just end up watching it again.
Tenet, I like basically every other of Christopher Nolan's movies. I actually did not like what was the war one he made for World War II? It's where they're like all the British soldiers get trapped and have to get ferried off on like the regular people boats with
Dunkirk?
Dunkirk. Yeah.
Dunkirk was a phenomenal movie.
See, I think I got screwed up because of where I watched it. So I watched it in an IMAX theater in Manchester, Connecticut, and I was like, it's Christopher Nolan. It's a World War II movie.
It's
like,
not an action movie.
Yeah, it's just fine. I'm fine with that. But like, it's an IMAX, going to be epic. And then the way they had the speaker set up, I literally heard maybe 5% of the dialogue in the whole movie
That
because it was
sucks.
all bass. That's all I heard was just blasting subwoofer the entire film for almost 3 hours. So like I'm like I can't hear anything. All I see is the stuff on screen. And then so like from that aspect, I don't know what's happening, and I just keep seeing that same scene of the plane getting shot down. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. Why did they keep revisiting this plane getting shot down by the boat over and over? But in school,
we're getting different points of view for it. That's why we're getting it. Is that
yeah? But
we're getting
I never got any other points of view.
The time frames.
Right.
You never got that because you didn't know the dialogue.
I had zero dialogue, nothing.
Right. And you're just watching everybody do their own thing, and then you're like, oh, yeah, this is their different time frames.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of understood it, but it left such a bad taste in my mouth because of how grumpy I was with the sound system and not being able to hear anything that like I ended up not liking Dunkirk. But I think if I watched it in a more normal setting, I would have liked it. But yeah, I like for Christopher Nolan movies, Memento is wicked cool too. If you go way back to
man, that is way back.
Yeah,
it's got Trinity in it.
Yeah, that's some interesting stuff with time too. It like that movie starts like start at the beginning and then it cuts to the end of this story, and then you go like the second piece and then the second to last piece.
Marcus has his hat off. Oh, he had the hat off.
Oh, false alarm.
We missed it.
That's a cool movie, though. But I like all of Christopher Nolan's stuff, so I'd imagine I like Tenet. I like all the other ones, too.
Tenet's really good. I actually grow to like Robert Pattinson's character. I haven't liked Robert Pattinson because, Twilight,
yeah.
Unfortunately. He got really good fame for it, and then he ended up getting really bad fame for it somehow.
Right.
It was really because it became so popular, somehow, people were like, actually, it's not that good, so we don't like Twilight.
Right. Makes sense. It's like somebody not liking a particular superhero just because it's popular.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. I've never really... I watched the Spider-Man cartoon, the 90s version.
Who's your favorite
I love that.
superhero?
Yeah. Green Lantern.
Green Lantern?
I really like Green Lantern. I like the idea of you're in a special, you're in a group, you're selected, right?
Oh, I see.
And your willpower is your source of your strength. And the fact that you have a sector that you police, but if you need help, there's other Green Lanterns there to help you out. This whole thing is it's more than just you, right? That's why I really like it. It's like the whole is greater than the sum of its parts is the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah. Marcus, what are you laughing at?
Nothing. Just laughing.
Okay. I can understand that. The Green Lantern's a cool character. I feel like I just didn't get exposed to as much Green Lantern to latch on to that character as a kid. You know what I mean? Was there a TV show or was he just in the Justice League?
Just in the Justice League.
I think he was
really
in Justice League.
TV show.
And comic books, of course. Yeah. So I got Doctor Strange is the one that is probably my favorite because his powers are wicked cool. I think the whole Sorcerer Supreme stuff
has nothing to do with the fact that he's a doctor and you're a doctor.
Yeah, that's the primary reason because he's a medical guy. He was a neurosurgeon first, and that's my dream job basically. So, and then also the powers are super cool. On top of it, you can do whatever you want and fly. And he's a douche, which is kind of entertaining.
You just want to refill your beer on command with magic.
Yes, exactly. Just cast a spell and it pour it from one tap right into my beer. Thank
Marcus, you?
What?
Who's your favorite
superhero?
Iron Man. Hello. Fuck. There's no.
Who was your favorite
else.
superhero before 2009?
No, it was Iron Man.
I have Iron Man #1, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Iron Man. Dude, Tony Stark is the man.
Yeah.
The man.
My dad's favorite superhero is Iron Man also. Yeah,
and I just, you know what it is? I like the fact that he's just a normal dude and he puts on a suit and he's the man.
That's true. That's pretty cool.
Put on take off the suit. Who are you?
I'm fucking Marcus B814.
Billionaire playboy philanthropist. I think that's the line or something like that.
Yeah, like I don't know. I always looked up to Tony Stark. In the comics, he was always arrogant, but I find myself to be arrogant. You know what I mean? But like,
So what do you think about
arrogant.
how they did his character in after Iron Man 1?
I think Iron Man 3 sucked. I
Yeah.
think that was the
I'm saying like
dumbest
the character in all of the
See,
my
my favorite of the Iron Man movies was Iron Man 2 because I feel like the reality that like his dad stole like an idea and he ran with it, and that's what made him like the man. You know what I mean? And it just was reality, like, and it showed Tony Stark that he's not invincible. So like he comes out and I am Iron Man, and then this guy shows up and he's like, no, the fuck you aren't.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. In chat, it was hit upon. It was alcoholism is kind of what I was kind of curious about, because in the first movie, you kind of see that he's a big partier, right? And he likes to drink, but they kind of subside that. They kind of hit on it a little bit on the second one, but they completely ignored it in all of the other movies. You know, like his drinking kind of was just there, and it wasn't like one of the big setbacks of his personality, which it is in the comic books.
Well, right, because he's fighting demons.
Right.
So
there's a really, really cool like art of one of the comics of him like struggling with his demons or something like that. It might be the cover art for one of those, where he's like just manic, like I can't handle this torment of the alcoholism.
right.
I kind of want to look it up.
Sweet. Well, while you're doing that, so I'm looking forward to the Spider-Man movie. The Doctor Strange movie, I feel like, is going to be the beginning of the next
Demon in a bottle. I got it.
Yeah. The next the next step in the Marvel world, right?
Yep.
But as we talk about these, what do you guys think about them being released on Disney Plus?
I wish they would get released on Disney Plus instead. Like if Shang-Chi was released on Disney Plus and not in theaters, I would have seen it with you, Marcus.
Right. Yep.
You know, we would have 100% watched it.
But that's not answering the question. Do you feel now that they've released some of the movies on TV, essentially, you can watch it at home, do you feel like you're not as immersed in a movie?
No. Like, well, they only did it for Black Widow, right? But
well, there's other movies too.
They did it with almost all the Disney movies before Black Widow, because then they got sued.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Well, because so Jungle Cruise, so you guys know, Jungle Cruise made like $40 million in the theaters in the first week or two. They also made $40 million on Disney Plus.
Yeah, they made way more with Black Widow streaming than they did in the theaters. But
because I would pay $30 to watch the movie that I want to watch.
Yeah, me too. That's a no-brainer. I get to sit in my house.
Well,
like,
that's
we
what
have
I'm
a good
saying.
Sound
like,
system. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, except
some of us don't have those phenomenal sound systems.
That's true. It's not phenomenal, but the one at my parents' house is definitely nice.
Oh, yeah, like going to the basement at your parents' is amazing, except this TV's like a 42-inch TV, and you can't have that. Like, step it up. Black Friday's coming. 85. Let's go.
He needs an 85. For that room size, needs an 85.
Well,
he's
if
got a
you
60,
want it,
but
wait. To go with the sound system, if you want it to be like a movie theater room, you need like an 85-inch TV.
Yeah.
Like, but I cannot watch a movie sitting in my computer chair. It's just not right.
No. I want to be sitting on at least a couch. Honestly, I have the setup in my bedroom here. I have that. What is this, a 45 or 48? Something like that. It's on top of my dresser, and that's nice. Because the sound's terrible, but
like the other thing is too is eating at like making popcorn at home and like hanging out. It's awesome, but like
and like, streaming, you can pause it to go pee.
Oh, dude, it's the best.
That's the best. And if you want to like have your own intermission, it's like
so. In Italy, I loved it. In Italy, no matter how long the movie was, they gave you a 10-minute intermission during the movies.
That's how it should be.
The first like 2 or 3 times, I was like, I don't want to do an intermission. Just play the whole movie. And then we started getting those intermissions. I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna check my phone. This movie
Right.
kind of meh. You know,
Right.
it's whatever. And then now I'm back in the U.S. and I'm just like, I really need an intermission, man. When's a good time for me to just skip out the next 3 minutes of the movie?
That's exactly what I did. Shang-Chi. I was like, all right, here's an action scene. They're escaping this one spot. I know they're gonna escape, so let me just go pee. Like, and I didn't miss anything. But
Oh yeah, for sure. And I personally I won't go. Like I sat through. Remember, Endgame? It was like 4 fucking hours, dude. I
Yeah.
was like a camel. I think you
yeah,
guys went.
I didn't pee. I like didn't pee. Drink water all day.
Right. But for me, there's nothing like getting movie theater popcorn and like the movie experience. But now that like I can watch it at home and I'm gonna call it a B movie, right?
Yeah.
Like I do enjoy a good movie. But like I go to the movie theater once or twice a year if it's Star Wars or the Marvel movie I want to see, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go more than that. But if I can watch it at home on all like the B tier movies for me, which is every one except 2, I will still go to the theater to see the one I want to see, but I will buy it to watch them at home, and then I can just watch. You know?
Yeah.
The other one that's coming is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I'm actually against this movie, and what I mean is like Black Panther passed away. It's tragedy. Let it ride. Like let it sit forever.
No, I mean, like if they already had the movie shot, who cares? Like release it.
But it's not him. It's his sister. The movie's not shot.
Oh, I
They
think
got
it's
it.
fine.
They got to keep going with it, man. With how much of a cultural impact Black Panther had, you can't let a movie like that just rest.
Be one and done.
Okay, but but what if they don't do it right? What I mean is like, what if no matter what happens, I feel like it's not going to be as good, and people are going to be mad because they didn't do it right.
How many times is a sequel better than the original or as good?
Almost.
Let's take a look at Thor: The Dark World. Let's take a look at
Awesome.
the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, which was a redo of the Hulk movie. You know,
Yeah.
if they don't do it right, they don't do it right. You know,
That's not a big deal.
It's not the worst thing to happen. They can always come back with, a Thor Ragnarok version of Black Panther. But when Chadwick Boseman passed away, it was huge. And I'm coming in and kind of stepping up my voice as a minority here. You need that. We need that in today's world, in today's way of things going. It needs to be shown, and it to say, we'll just take a pause on it, break on it. I don't think that's the best move. I think in order for everything to kind of be going forward, that there needs to be acknowledgement and there needs to be movement in that. A lot of it was kids. A lot of it was kids on Twitter, man, with Wakanda Forever, and then the parents are saying representation matters.
Well,
Yeah.
I agree to that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll be proved wrong, but I just think I'm not going to go into that movie as excited as I would be if Chadwick was alive, right?
Oh yeah,
And
Well, of course.
and it's going to impact me going to watch that movie.
well yeah, dude. It would be like the same thing knowing that Chris Farley was the original Shrek, and what's his face replaced him because Chris Farley passed away. And he had like 20% of his voiceover done, and they had to redo it. Right? You're not going to be as excited because you knew that.
But guess what? Hot take. Most of the lines in those movies are respoke, and they are not the original. What's her name? Candace. What's the princess's who played the princess?
Fiona.
Who played Fiona?
Carmen Diaz.
Yeah,
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron
a
Diaz,
lot of
Cameron
those
Diaz.
lines are Holly Fields.
Right. That's true too.
Mic drop.
But still,
Yeah, but I guess
But
I-
does
I-
she
and
get
I
the
understand
credit
what
for
you're
it, or
saying,
does
Kogass,
Cameron
but
Diaz get the
for
credit
me-
for it?
but
Cameron
for
Diaz
me,
gets the
like,
credit for it.
make it. Don't call it Black Panther. Call it something else. Just call it Wakanda Forever.
Well, they have to.
No, they don't. No, they
Yeah.
don't. They could call it Wakanda Forever, and it would be the same shit.
You still gotta have the name in there.
Yeah, but why?
It's like saying Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't call it Guardians of the Galaxy because it's a
No, it's
different
completely different.
group. You know what I mean? Or like,
Completely different.
I don't know.
I guess for me, that movie, I didn't see Black Panther for probably about a year after it came out, and I watched it. I actually watched it back to back.
It's really good.
It was really good. And just like Thor, I loved all the Thor movies.
I did not like the second one.
I loved them
Ragnarok
all.
was fun because it was doing something different.
Right.
You know?
But like, I feel like this is a weird point for the Marvel movies too, because it's like,
It's in the reset.
yeah, it's in the reset. And like, I'm not connected to Ant-Man and the Wasp at all. I'm not connected to the Marvels at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, just jumping to the TV stuff, like WandaVision, one of the best shows I've ever watched for me.
And on the flip side, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was not great. It was not good. I think that show got completely sabotaged because they had to cut. I think that virus plot line with the
pandemic killed it.
The pandemic people. What's something without borders or banners? I forgot. What's the terrorist group's name? I forget. But anyways, that whole plot line. There's supposed to be like a virus pandemic plot line with those people, and they cut it because a real pandemic happened, obviously, and they didn't want that to go, to happen. So they didn't include all that, and I think that makes the show like really simple because it's just, I think, what's his name, Sam Wilson, his plot line with his family was really cool, but I think it just took too long. And same thing with the Winter Soldier stuff. I think what happened was cool, like the hits. It just took too much of the show. So like, I think if you have that other plot line in there, it's not nearly as boring. But yeah, WandaVision was great. Loki was wicked good. Loki was awesome. First episode was wicked cool. Second episode was a little slow. Third episode was okay. 4, 5, and 6 killed it, I think, for Loki. But I'm kind of meh on Hawkeye. Did you guys see the trailer?
No.
Yeah,
It's
I'm with
Christmas
you there.
themed.
Meh.
It's a reset. It's a reset. We aren't connected to these people because Hawkeye was there for the first Avengers and then he got dusted.
Like, no, he didn't.
He didn't?
His family got dusted.
Oh, his family got dusted.
And he was
right.
killing all the Yakuza in Japan
Yes,
as
that's
the
right.
Ronin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and now he's got to pay for those sins.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. The whole idea of a reset is just.
I mean, you have to after. I'm kind of just like. I'll give you an example. WandaVision, I wasn't expecting anything, and I was like, "This is going to be weird." Whatever.
It was weird.
I was weird. I had open arms, and then I ended up really enjoying it. So I'm kind of like going into all these shows like that. Like Loki, same thing. I was like, "It's going to be a little weird with all this timey-wimey stuff," and then it ended up being wicked cool, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier went in with open arms and was like, and still hated it.
And just to finish up our conversation, then you have what they've done with Marvel, and then arguably what they've done with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right? And for me, I feel like they rushed. I feel like they rushed the sequel trilogy to put it out there, but they're
Absolutely.
making a comeback with it with the TV shows.
Yeah. Have you guys watched any of Visions? I have not yet. It's the anime.
I watched
Star
the
Wars
first
stories.
episode. It was really awesome.
I that's next on my list. So like I'm caught up with What If, so I'm gonna start watching the Vision episodes, which is cool because they're only like 15 minutes or less, basically, right? They're like 12, 13 minutes.
The first one was I was just engulfed the whole time. I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was watching it low key. All right. So this is what I'm doing outside of Star Wars and gaming world.
Yeah.
I got pulled back into Pokemon. Seriously,
Ooh.
the video games. And
Sword and Shield?
I have not picked up Sword and Shield. So here's the thing is that if I wanted to get into Sword and Shield, I got a pen now, just like Nick.
It's like
I
the
got-
Yawning
I
thing.
wanted
It's
to get into
contagious.
Sword and Shield. I wanted to get Sword, but then I'm like, I had played Heart Gold and Soul Silver so much, like 10 years ago, because of the Air Force, and we were doing exercises. So I'd have like 12-hour shifts where I'm not doing much for 8 hours, but I have to stay awake, and I'm in uniform, and I have to just be there.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll play Pokemon. I did a lot. I caught those legendary dogs, the 3 of them. I caught the legendary, the original legendary flying ones, Articuno, Zapdos, and who's the last one?
The Moltres.
Moltres. I got Yoo-Hoo, I got Lugia. I got all that from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So I was like, guys, I invested. I played this game. I got all the way to the Dratini Cave, which is almost at the very end. And I traded that over to another game, reset that one, and started it back over with a Dratini as my main, so I could have a Dragonite Pokemon as my main level 100 Pokemon was my goal.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm not going to play Sword and Shield unless I can get those Pokemon set up somehow. So I spent the better half of the past 2 weeks playing. I got Pokemon White, which was absurdly like overpriced. It's like $60 for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a vintage game.
Yeah, I had to pull out my DS,
Yeah.
play it on my DS, get another 15 hours done in the game, so I could actually get to the point where I could trade Pokemon from the Heart Gold, Soul Silver to the White game.
Yeah.
Then I go ahead and I have to figure out how to get my Pokemon from White to the Pokebank or the Pokemon Home. So then I have to get them to Pokebank, which isn't Pokemon Home, which you have to pay for. So I paid money, $5 to get that done. Once I get them there, I have to pay to get the Pokemon Home, which was like $15 for the year. So I spent a total of like 25 hours in the past 2 weeks and close to
Just
to
grinding.
100 bones so I could have this Pokemon. And I'm just like, you know what, guys, though? I'm excited. I'm ready for Sword and Shield, because now I can move all of my Pokemon that I've collected my entire
Career. Pokemon career.
Exactly. They're all back there. They're all there. And I got some of those. I got that fire water Pokemon, the Volcaniac or whatever it is. I forgot his name.
What is that?
It's a
fire water
the
combo?
only fire water type Pokemon there is in the entire series, and it's a mythical Pokemon.
Are you going to
Volcania.
stream? You should stream it.
Yeah, I might. I don't know.
What?
You should do.
Yeah, it's a super rare Pokemon, and you could only get it through that GameStop like thing when Omega Ruby came out. So I have that one somehow, and I'm just like, I've got all. And people were like, "Why would you do this?" And I'm just like, because I've got. If I decide to play Pokemon Go again, guys, I'm gonna be some gym leader with some clout. Because I'm gonna have that level 100. I can have my level 100 Dragonite as the boss. I don't know what level as
Pokemon
a trainer I
Go?
need to be. Yeah, in Pokemon Go.
What? I didn't know that.
Because you can trade your Pokemon from Pokemon Home to Pokemon Go to Sword and Shield.
That's so cool. I didn't realize that.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
I gotta step my
that's
game
what
up.
that's what I was doing, like on the other side of the gaming world.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh man, this is a lot of work. And it was a lot of frustration because I'm like, all right, what do you mean I have to do this? All right, Google, why is this not working?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to download Pokebank. Then I had to download Pokemon Transfers, whatever that is. And then I could have to transfer my Pokemon from Transfers to the Pokebank to Pokemon Home.
Pokebank. That's crazy.
Worth
It
it.
sounds wicked fun though. I love Pokemon.
I mean, dude, I went from seeing these guys in like 2D sprites, and
Yeah.
now they're like 3D, and I'm just like, I look at my Dragonite stats, I'm like, that's a fucking badass Pokemon.
Hell
Alright.
yeah, Dragonite's awesome.
So, I never played Pokemon ever.
Ever? Oh yeah, you played it for the first time recently, right?
Yeah, I played it. I played Pokemon Shield. I have Shield and Sword, and
You have both?
yeah.
Why?
Don't ask. I have
'Cause-
Better have two Switches.
No. So listen,
I have a Switch.
I have so many Switch games. It's insane. I have a
That
problem.
you never play.
No.
What's that?
I don't know which one this one is.
It's one of the games in there he's never even opened.
This is Star Wars Pod Racer.
How did you get a hard copy of it? I thought it was only digital.
Limited run, bro.
Limited run. Oh.
That's crazy.
So I've got these games all over the place.
Excuse me, I gotta. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
So
I gotta collect
beautiful.
myself.
I don't know
It's
what this
awesome,
one is.
man.
Hold on, I'll show you.
Brings a tear to your eye.
This one is
It does.
Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. Limited run.
No idea what that is. I'm not worried about
It's
it.
like a Castlevania game.
Cool. If you're not doing anything with that limited run game.
This is a limited run game. Which one is this one?
That's awesome.
Oh, this one is dope too. This one is
Where,
one of my all-time faves.
How do you Doom
Doom.
64 for the Switch? That's cool. How many of those did you buy?
Don't even ask.
Dude, you've got so many Switch games.
No, this is nothing. I bought the Harry Potter game, the
Okay.
Harry Potter Lego game for the Switch, just to get the Lego case that holds all of the games, and it's full. I think there's like 2 slots left. So every time I go like on vacation, announcement. I'm going to Disneyland.
Again?
No,
You're gonna send me the stuff from the first trip?
Disney World. Oh, it's right here.
You never sent that stuff out? Are
no,
you kidding?
he hasn't sent that stuff out.
Dude, that's literally months.
It's almost a fucking year.
Wow, you suck.
Yes.
Suck less.
I know. I'm terrible at mailing shit out.
Marcus, I don't want to throw you under the bus.
Why not?
But J-Rox has gone to Disney World twice now.
Yeah.
And sent stuff. So Teresa has gone to Disneyland and sent stuff.
Yep.
Where's the Marcus swag, dude?
It's sitting in the bag underneath the desk.
You know, that's terrible. He goes to that computer desk every day and ignores the bag.
No,
every day.
I don't ignore the bag. I could put it in my truck, dude. I don't have time to go to the fucking post office.
Yes, you
Well,
do.
you better make the time.
Yeah.
I know. Yes, you do have time.
Yeet him under the bus.
If it's important to you, you make the time.
Exactly.
Yeet him under the bus. Yeah, see, Tabs says, yeet you under the bus, you.
Yeet. Boing. Wow. I love having the video on here. It's like an animated when I talk.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of
Working Class Nerds.